Alright, welcome to another Get Ahead video. This one is for Bundle 8 Review. And just real quick, what I've done is I'm going to, in case you wanted to fast forward through and get to one of the questions that's specific to what you were looking for off of the blue review, I'm going to I'll circle the section that I'm on. So question 1 through 5, if that's the one I'm on, it'll be circled. And after I'm done with that, I'll cross it through and circle 6 through 10, so you could fast forward to the video and you could see where you are. If you wanted to jump to like number 18 or number 11. Okay. Monday we have this exam, so here we go. We did a lot of this in class, but if you didn't get it or were out, this can help you prepare for Monday. What time period was considered the age of Jackson? So, number 1 through 5, here we go. Age of Jackson was simply his presidency. And let's look at, 1837, 1849, his presidency. Excuse me, take that back. That was after that when his form of democracy was still going on. 1829 to 1837. 1829 to 1837 is when his presidency was, and that's really the age of Jackson. The spoils system, number two. Number 2, the spoils system was a system back then, and can still be alive today also, where people were given government positions in high up places based on who they knew as opposed to their actual merit, all right, and how well they might do the job or not do the job. So the spoils system, it's appointing people to positions in government based on who they knew and their political connections, specifically their political connections. All right, number 3. If you have a textbook, this is on page 354. Page 354 in your textbook. Describe Jacksonian democracy. His form of democracy, it was an idea of spreading political power to all the people and ensuring that majority ruled. Okay, a little different than other things that had happened prior to that. Jacksonian era saw a great increase in the respect and power for the common man rather than only landowners. Okay, number 3. Number 4, what were Andrew Jackson's political policies toward the natives, Native Americans? Okay, he thought that they were a conquered people that happened to live within the borders of his nation, the United States. He just assumed wanted them out, and he felt they were in the way, and he was surprised that presidents prior to him had not already taken care of this. I think he really believed that everyone would be happier if the Indians were simply, the natives were simply relocated to another place, even by force if necessary, to get them to the other side of the Mississippi River. And he did a lot of things to make sure that that happened, whether they were legal or not. Now, in conjunction with that, number 5, what was the result of Andrew Jackson defying the Supreme Court ruling of Worcester versus Georgia, v. Georgia? Okay, this was a court case that went to the Supreme Court, and at the end of it, the Supreme Court ruled that the natives had the right to federal protection from local government. So if the local government in Georgia was trying to attack or move the Native Americans, they had the right to have federal protection from that harassment. Jackson disagreed with that ruling, and he said, you know what, Justice Marshall, who was the head of the Supreme Court, he said, you may have ruled that way, but good luck enforcing it. And so the result of this, of his defiance to the Supreme Court, was that he was seen as, here we go, monarch-esque, abusing his power. And we talked about that earlier this year. Was he a hero or a villain? And that's a big controversy in, historical, in historical circles even now. So that big abuse of power. Okay, number 6. Explain the details of the Trail of Tears. You know, beginning of the 1830s, there were, you know, a couple 100,000 natives living in Georgia and Tennessee and Florida and those states throughout there. And within a short amount of time, you know, they were removed through Jackson's term. Now, you know, white settlers, they wanted that land, they wanted to grow cotton there. That was a huge cash crop, and they were willing to be very aggressive to get that land, to make that money. You know, and so this Trail of Tears is this situation where the U.S. federal government forced the Native Americans to leave their land, walk, you know, really thousands of miles of dangerous country, and to get to this other place where they were going to be relocated to. It was specifically called Indian Territory. It was across the Mississippi River, and this difficult and deadly journey, you know, is often referred to it in a slang way as Trail of Tears. Okay, this one's important. Number 7. How did tariffs contribute to sectionalism during the age of Jackson? Okay, sectionalism, as you know, is this differing in belief system, philosophy between northern manufacturing states and southern agricultural states. Some of the issues were about money, some were, many were about money, some were moral issues like slavery. But this, one of the financial ones, the economic reasons were these tariffs. So, the North